Welcome to Biz Wire. I'm Joseph Nordstrom in Beijing. Last Friday, stock markets welcomed a more detailed report regarding China's economic reforms. The document outlined much more aggressive changes on a number of issues, including changes not mentioned last Tuesday to the one-child policy, rural land reform, and the country's registration system known as hukou. The initial communique after the conclusion of the four-day meeting of the Central Committee disappointed some with its more general summary of the third plenum. But Friday's announcement gave the ball back to the optimists. Reuters reports that China is set to accelerate energy price reforms to encourage competition, boost the supply of oil and natural gas, and reduce inefficient fuel consumption. As of now, state-owned enterprises, or SOEs, enjoy preferential pricing that many say leads to waste and is an unnecessary subsidy. Many fear that SOEs were a powerful enough constituency to prevent reforms that would cut into their profits. Friday's document says China will promote a pricing mechanism in at least 6 major sectors that will be mainly decided by the market. Communist Party officials hope that allowing a greater role for market forces will drive more efficient consumption and help contain prices. The document read, quote, "We should hand over prices that can be set by market forces to the market. We will push forward price reforms in sectors including water, oil and natural gas, power, transportation, and telecommunications." Reuters reports that agricultural prices would also see reforms. With the exception of this past weekend, which was beautiful in Beijing, pollution has been a major problem. A shortage of natural gas means more electricity will have to be generated from coal-fired power plants, which these reforms hope to address. Gas pricing reforms could help China tap its deposits of shale gas, which are estimated to be larger than those of the United States, though most reserves are in areas that make extraction difficult. To encourage production of domestic resources, Nomura analyst Gordon Kwan says the country needs to do a lot more than the baby steps they've taken until now. Kwan says without energy price reform, there will not be enough investment into these high-cost sectors that can increase supplies to meet demand that is currently subsidized. Kwan also says that refining standards would be raised, which is also a major contributor to air pollution. Kwan says that pricing reforms will allow China's major refiners to pay for fuel upgrades without too much resistance. Even prior to the reforms announced on Friday, China was working to change regulations on crude oil imports. The country is expected to double the amount of oil import quotas for independent refineries in the next 2 years. Reuters says this would allow new players to choose among suppliers and compete on a more even footing with the dominant state-owned players. Bill Bishop of the Cynicism newsletter says Friday's document is impressive and shows that the leadership is both aware of and committed to deep reforms. Bishop says China still faces significant economic and social changes, but lack of political will no longer appears to be one of them. These are important changes affecting state-owned firms that could help push China's economy forward, but only if implementation is as bold as the plans. You're watching Biz Wire on the Blue Ocean Network, China's first and only privately owned broadcast media. Our full episode can be seen on our website, BON.TV/biz-wire. In just a second, we'll continue with more insight into the big picture of China's economy.